to Business Model Development. I'm Dr. Matthew Thornton, Business Model Consultant for the Center for Evidence to Practice and CEO of the Center for Children and Families. This is Session 2, Marketing with Purpose. In this session, we'll look at how providers generate steady referrals. As behavioral health providers, the lifeblood of our business is connecting the service we offer to the clients that need it. And we do that by creating referral pathways. Marketing with purpose means understanding how your clients access your service and developing a strategy that intentionally shapes that pathway. You have to know what's going to produce the greatest result. Otherwise, you're going to waste your time and money. So let's start with data you need to track and trend in order to shape sustainable referral pathways. There are 3 elements I would suggest you consistently measure and monitor: referral sources, client conversion, and time frames. Now, tracking referral sources on the surface seems simple, and at its basic level it is. You simply need to know who is sending you referrals. Now, looking at this information is one thing, but you need to be able to track this information and easily access it so that you can monitor changes. Too often we rely on anecdotal information rather than examining actual numbers. And when we finally look at the data, we can often be surprised by what we find. So consistently collect referral source information over time so that you can identify trends. After you know who is referring, the next step is to look at the number, frequency, and timing of the referrals. See what patterns begin to emerge. Most of your referrals may be coming from a single source, and you may need to prioritize that relationship, or you may need to look at diversification. For instance, do you mostly work with children and receive referrals primarily from schools? You may notice peaks in referrals during the beginning of semesters or around testing, but do you have a strategy to carry you through the summer when schools are out? And that's just one example. Once you actually have data on your referral pathways and your referral data, things will become more visible. You can make targeted and intentional adjustments. Decisions about how to use your time, energy, and resources will become more clear. You can also track the impact of your marketing efforts and make decisions based on actual results. So you may find that canvassing with brochures doesn't make a bit of difference, but if you spend an hour making personal phone calls to a referral source, your referrals are actually boosted in a given week. When you track the numbers, you can exercise more control over your results. Now, client conversion is a lightning bolt. And before you spend another dime on marketing to generate these new referrals, you need to know whether or not you're making the most of your current referrals. Money is literally walking out of your door if you're unable to convert referrals into actual clients. So you need to identify your conversion percentage. Of the referrals you receive, how many actually enter service? Your conversion rate may be 75 or 80%, or it could be closer to 50%. That percent will give you an idea of how critical an issue this is for you. But think about it, even if you convert 75% of referrals, that still means that 25% never become clients. What you do from there is you start to drill down into the data and find out why potential clients are exiting prior to service. If you can identify exit points and reduce barriers, you'll increase your conversion rate. Now, a certain percentage is completely understandable. Clients might not have appropriate insurance coverage or might not meet service criteria. But if you have a high client refusal rate or clients just not keeping their first appointments, you may discover an adjustment such as a phone call before that first appointment can make a drastic impact. So try to examine things from the client's point of view. Are there ways you can smooth out the pathway to service and make the experience more pleasant? And the last thing I'll say about client conversion is that it needs to be a team effort. Take the time to engage your entire staff in helping increase conversion. The best ideas often come from staff that are doing the work every day. Simple changes can often make huge differences. Now, the third element to track and trend is your time frames. And what I mean by this is you need to map out the steps from referral to service and track how long it takes on average to move from one step to the next. What you're looking for is efficiency, and that's in order to create timeliness. And that timeliness is going to impact on multiple levels. First, it impacts the referral source. When I send a client to your agency, do I know that they get the service that they need when they need it? Timeliness also impacts the client experience. Part of what is communicated with timeliness is the value of the person. I know you care and that I matter because you respond to me quickly. Now, lastly, timeliness is going to impact your bottom line. It's going to do that directly because clients get into service faster. And it's going to do that indirectly because quality experiences from referral sources and from clients are going to turn into new referrals. And they're also going to improve your reputation in the community. So from start to finish, look at your processes, look at the time frames, and work towards efficiency. Now let's move into two major components of marketing and behavioral health: brand message and partnerships. Now, brand is the identity of your business. It stems from the core of your organization, your mission, vision, and values, but it extends throughout the entirety of your company. And the brand message is what you communicate about your identity. The key here is clarity. Can you communicate who you are and what you offer? Now, behavioral health is confusing. We play alphabet soup with our acronyms, and there's still a stigma around mental health in many circles. So your message needs to be understandable and relatable to the everyday person that's looking for help. Let me give you an example from my agency. We've distilled our brand message to 3 simple words: stand for hope. It is both who we are and what we offer. It's a call to action and a statement about the value we can bring to your life. So take the time to craft a message that is both clear and concise. People will respond. Also, the greatest asset and threat to your brand is your reputation. What do people say about your organization? This is a question you have to know the answer to, whether it's good or it's bad. Be informed and be willing to listen and make adjustments. Work hard to ensure that your reputation is going to match your message, because what this does is it indicates integrity, and people do business with those they trust. Partnerships. In behavioral health, referrals are the result of developing strong collaborative working relationships. It's important to shift away from thinking about marketing for behavioral health as if we're in sales. We're not in sales, we're in service. The service industry relies on building loyalty through relationships. Now, many of the stakeholders and collaterals that refer to my agency have been partners since I first began here almost 15 years ago. They are no longer simply referral sources. Many of them are my friends and colleagues now. I've celebrated their birthdays, attended weddings, and will hopefully one day we'll celebrate retirement together. They know who I am and I know who they are, and our missions align. We want to make a difference in our community together. Now remember, the referral sources for you are doctors, nurses, social workers. They may be probation officers, judges, and teachers. They're in their field because they want to make a difference in the lives of others. They care deeply about their clients. And so teach your staff the value of getting to know them. Focus on building partnerships and relationships that are mutually beneficial and that make a positive impact. Referrals will tend to follow. See, building strong partnerships also requires your agency to be involved in the community. So attend community meetings. Get involved with initiatives that serve a greater purpose than your own interest. You'll not only increase your agency's visibility, but you'll improve your reputation. So work to be a part of the larger system. The knowledge and relationships that are built stand to improve your agency at every level. If you contribute to making behavioral health and the larger community a better place, what you'll find is more work than you can ever handle on your own. So get involved. So in this session, we've looked at data and information you need to track and trend to shape referral pathways. And we've discussed the importance of brand message and building partnerships, key components to generating steady referrals as a behavioral health provider. Take the information from this session and put it into practice. You'll not only make a positive impact, you'll be able to measure the difference. This has been Marketing with Purpose, Session 2 of Business Model Development. I'm Dr. Matthew Thornton. Thanks for joining me. So bonus content for this session is the secrets to great print material. Number 1, highlight a clear brand message. Focus on the value you add. Remember, people shy away from things that are too uncomfortable. You may treat depression, but don't make your brochure depressing. Bring to life what you offer on the other side of treatment. Number 2, create cohesiveness across materials. From design to colors, it should be recognizably yours. Number 3, it is better to have one high-quality print piece than tons of low-grade material. Put your resources towards having something professionally designed and printed. It'll pay off in the end.